I'd like to welcome you all here this morning, and thank you for joining us here today. My name's Steve Cohen. I'm Executive Director of Columbia University's Earth Institute and a professor at the School of International and Public Affairs. I'm pleased to introduce today's speaker, Charles Chen, who most of you know as one of the co-founders of Tencent, one of China's largest and most used internet service portals. Mr. Chen is also the founder of the Tencent Foundation, the first public welfare foundation established by an internet enterprise in China, as well as Wuhan College, a nonprofit private university in China. Since its founding in 1998, Tencent has become a hub of social networks, web portals, e-commerce, and multiplayer online games that I try to keep children away from. Mr. Chen served as Chief Executive Officer from its founding until his retirement in 2013. At Tencent, he oversaw everything from legal affairs to human resources to intellectual property rights and government relations. He now serves as an honorary consultant at Tencent and has dedicated himself to culture, welfare, and education in China and globally. Mr. Chen has also received much recognition for his philanthropic work. He's known as the founder of China Internet Philanthropy and was honored as the first internet entrepreneur with the China Charity Award and is ranked as a top 10 philanthropist in China. Mr. Chen has a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Shenzhen University and a master's degree in law from Nanjing University. I met Mr. Chen and some of his colleagues in Hong Kong this past December and had a wonderful discussion with him about sustainability education and the transformative impact of education on our world. Charles Chen is a sustainability and education visionary with a clear and impressive set of ideas and ideals that you'll hear today. I'm looking forward to hearing about the impact of the internet in China, along with Mr. Chen's personal experiences at his corporation and his move to more philanthropic roles over the past several years. We'll have time for a few questions, not speeches, from the audience at the end of the talk, so please hold your questions until then, and I'll come back and help moderate those questions and make sure they truly are questions. So, Mr. Chen, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Director Cohen. Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and my pleasure to be here with you in Columbia University. This visit to the East Coast reminds me of my last trip to the West Coast exactly a year ago. As a visiting scholar of Stanford University, I was invited to share my views on China's internet industry. I was aware of my poor English at that time. But the nice folks on the West Coast were really tolerant and encouraging. I guess now is your time to suffer from my Chinglish. Last year, the title of my talk was Being Born in the Wild. Today, I'd like to continue the theme and talk about growing up in the jungle, how internet has changed the Chinese society. Clouded by the economic downturn, mobile communication and the internet industry have been a rare silver lining. According to GSMA, in 2015, the mobile ecosystem generated 4.2% of global GDP, a contribution that amounts to more than 3.1 trillion US dollars of economic value app. Moreover, the ecosystem provided 32 million employment opportunities directly or indirectly. The relationship between the internet industry and traditional industry is far closer than imagined. According to the McKinsey Global Institute, 75% of the internet industry impact comes from its reform and traditional industries. So the internet is not a cutting line between traditional industries and virtual industries, but a bridge leading to a new economy. It is a tool helping traditional enterprise to transform and upgrade. In fact, the internet influence in Chinese society, especially during the past 10 years of rapid development of mobile internet in China, has extended far beyond economic impact. It has also greatly impacted fields like education, healthcare, public benefits, and even public services, and many others. The internet, particularly mobile internet, has become one of the most important variables that drive the changes of the Chinese social structure. From government sectors to public institutions, they all have shown great interest in the online mobilization of public services. In the first 8 months of 2015, the number of e-government accounts on WeChat doubled to 84,000 and covering 54 fields, including public security, transportation, healthcare, judicial and government administration, etc. So, WeChat launched a city service platform and has served public more than 43 million times. Prominent cases continue to happen, such as processing traffic tickets in 30 seconds by the public among of Guangdong traffic police, and completing the case filing procedure through mobile phone on Shenzhen Luohu Court's public account. Imagine what if that the NYPD or LA.com set up an account on Facebook. On this account, you could check traffic violation records, pay a fine, and complete the case filing procedure via mobile phone. These ideas for streamlining administrative efficiency has become a reality for some basic public service departments in China. The progress is encouraging, but it's far away from our expectations. After 1 year of practice, we have found that for the internet to deeply change social structure, breakthroughs in technology must be achieved. Moreover, practitioners, regulators, and policymakers must constantly coordinate positions and make joint efforts. Chinese government has realized this and launched an ambitious Internet Plus initiative at the beginning of last year, aiming to promote the integration of mobile internet, cloud computing, big data, and Internet of Things with modern manufacturing. By the third quarter of 2015, the Chinese netizen population reached 688 million with 4.5 billion mobile transactions. Internet Plus has gained momentum in certain segments and really taken off. Looking through the telescope of time, we see Internet Plus potentially driving deep social change. Take our Tencent Charity Foundation as an example. During the past 8 years, this platform started from scratch and is growing into an inclusive online charity platform operated by a small team of about 12 people. In 2015, 23 million donors gave 550 million RMB. Compared to 2011, this is 45 times more money and 23 times more people. But the general development of Chinese charities has not always been so optimistic. So why has Tencent Charity Foundation achieved so fast? We did one thing right. We built a platform to connect people. This platform aims to serve as many public benefit organizations as possible, helping charities to connect donors and beneficiaries, case after case. I've seen how Chinese charities have fundamentally changed their ways of collecting donations by using the internet to speed up their goals. The first change was connecting people. Via the internet, people's connection to information are maximized. The project named Let's Donate Together was a social networking experiment for collecting donations from WeChat friends. On average, a person can get 5.7 donors. The most successful case by one person was 45,000 donors, raising 1,699,000 RMB. The second change was empowering organizations. In the last 2 years, project caring for war veterans, initiated by a Tencent Foundation, has raised more than 16 million RMB. A Shanghai Foundation has raised 15 million RMB for its A-Dream Classroom project. Great success projects like these have spurred countless small foundations with limited human resources or influence to tap 1 billion users on the Tencent Charity Foundation platform. This is the charm of empowerment. The third change was information transparency, redefining the social trust system. Building trust is critical for the development of charity and all of society. A major change that Internet Plus belonged to the charity sector was an efficient system of building trust in the simplest and most direct way within a short time. Initially, we required all charity organizations on our platform to regularly send the details of donation use to all donors. Later, many organizations found out that if they load the donation use statement in as much detail as possible and respond as timely as possible, they were able to gain the trust from more people faster and greatly increase their number of second-time donors. One of the fastest growing projects on Tencent's Charity Foundation platform is Teach for China by a Beijing foundation. Due to timely and interactive following up reports, within a few months after the project went online, it quickly raised 3.2 million RMB. Now, every organization posts communications regularly and strategically, and with greater effect by adding photos and videos. The fourth change was information equity. Even the smallest voice receives response. Internet Plus brings information equity, no matter where you are, either downtown or in a remote area. Once connected to the internet, all the information that can be seen is equal. Besides, no matter how small your interest is, you can always find groups of people who share the same interest as you. For instance, if special projects like taking family photos for empty nesters were operated in the traditional channels of charity, it would be expensive and difficult to target the right audience. So the project could hardly be pushed forward. 87.5% of all donations are below 100 RMB, and 75% of all projects raise less than 40,000 RMB. The low cost and high connectivity of Internet Plus enable these small yet beautiful projects to quickly succeed. The fifth change was symbiosis and win-win. The secret of the fast growth of foundation and business is that we have always been fighting win-win model. At last year's Charity Day on September 9th, we shared this secret and combined our strengths with partners through powerful mobile internet. During those 3 days, donation exceeded 100 million RMB. In case you want to know, it took us 5 years to raise the first 100 million RMB from individual donors. Another especially exciting field is Internet Plus education. Education is related to humans' hope and future. I often thought that education system is the most important organization system in society. We hope this system is fair, that the next generation will not be treated differently because of their backgrounds. We hope this system is efficient, that the young people possess enough skills to tackle the challenges in the future. We hope this system is liberating. It respects each student's individuality and allows each one to develop his or her talents. But the reality is that in many countries, this system is often neither equal nor efficient, let alone individualized. Take China's public education system as an example. Education resources have been invested but are still scarce and severely imbalanced. Teachers of high quality are concentrated in large and medium-sized cities. In remote rural areas, the problem of students dropping out from school is serious, especially for migrant workers who leave their children in the countryside. Equal opportunity for these left behind children have become a common difficulty. Surveys by All China Women Federation in 2014 showed that the number of left behind children across the country was 61 million, accounting for 22% of the total number of children. Many experts predict we will enter the fourth industrial revolution. Human being and technology will be in symbiotic relationship. Jobs in the future will be more automated. Economic growth will reduce dependency on labor-intense employment. This has profound impact on education policy and reform. Therefore, we need to focus on pioneering education research to prepare for the future. How? To improve the education system's status quo. Is there any sustainable model which forward-looking ideas are worthy for us to make joint promotion? America is one of those countries whose experience is worth learning, such as the popular Khan Academy, which places geographical and time limitations and maximizes the value of good quality teachers. This has provided a very good way of thinking how to solve the problems about low efficiency in China's current education system. Another example is Udacity. Software engineers set up an app for students and made the course discussion like a game. Mobile internet has a natural advantage in terms of information communications. It can be helpful in solving the tricky problem of educating the masses in China. Through mobile internet, good teachers can be available to a broader audience, even to the vast number of poor in the countryside. Enlighten the problem of severe imbalance of education resources. Though China has done some attempts on these aspects, is still at a very early stage of development. Again, take Tencent as an example. We introduced Tencent Classroom, our online education platform on which educators can freely upload educational video onto Tencent Video, the largest online video platform in China. Videos range from basic education to skills training like Java programming or English learning, and so on. We expect that the platform can reduce costs of good teachers and benefit the general public at large. I'm doing some personal projects with my team in this respect as well. Wuhan College went private last June, and we positioned it as an international university that prepares students with practical knowledge. I hope to explore a path suitable for future development, including plans of enlarging social resources using charity while jointly building the college's future and researching different possibilities for education using the internet. At Wuhan College, we plan to search for the very best and most suitable teaching contents worldwide by collaboration to organize and edit these contents and let our students learn using the internet while earning academic credits. At the same time, students will be encouraged to learn innovatively and will be involved in various projects like University Enterprise Cooperation Program, startup incubators, etc. If applicable, this method of hands-on learning and practical education from beyond textbooks will also be counted as credits. From the other perspective, the college will also search for education plus internet. We believe that invest in IT for the college will generate greater returns than any other time in history. Collecting data on student learning, building better study structure model, and increasing learning efficiency, we expect and encourage the college to participate in scientific research on open source. A CTO position will be created, and sufficient IT resources will be put in. Here, I'd like to emphasize that while discovering Internet plus education, we can't overlook the essence of education. In Chinese, the word education is composed of two characters, 教 and 育. 教 means teaching, 育 means cultivating. Besides teaching knowledge and imparting skills, cultivating people is equally important. Following China's long Confucian tradition, education is above all, and virtue is the heart of the Confucian education. In today's world, discussions about Internet plus education focus on the technical training. Few talk about virtue. We must strive to improve this. Being born in the wild and growing up in the jungle, we believe empowerment is the key word to describe the deep change that the Internet has brought to Chinese society. Empowerment creates economic value. By making Internet technology and online platform open source, the Internet can empower entrepreneurs to realize their innovations. The Internet can empower traditional industry to transform and upgrade to build a symbiotic economic ecology. By making the cake bigger, we drive commercial development for enterprises to evolve from a cutthroat game into a win-win-win for everyone. Empowerment extends to everyday life, such as education, healthcare, and other traditional fields. Pain points and critical issues in these fields can be solved by a deep integration of the Internet with the way people do things, reducing costs and bring progress to our daily lives. Empowerment is to engage every person and institution in society. When the Internet becomes a universal tool of productivity, as basic utilities like water and electricity, then all parties benefit from the digital economy. In China, this means that the Internet should connect all industries and public services together. During this process, we should keep another mission in mind: to connect the remaining 600 million Chinese people to the Internet and lessen the digital gap. In our opinion, once these people have access to the Internet, their lives will change forever. Therefore, there are those who need the empowerment of the Internet the most. We hold that soon. The enormous power of the Internet will provide solutions for social issues on informatizations in underdeveloped regions, fair development, and education. Then people's welfare will improve in real sense. Thank you.
Mr. Chen is available for answering some questions. Do we have microphones? Okay, please. Questions? Over here. Charles, why don't you come back here?
Hi, Mr. Chen. It's my honor to meet you today, and I'm a student from China. I study at Columbia University, and I'm strongly addicted to WeChat, and it's my only connection with my friend and family from China and all over the world. And today my question is, since I study nutrition education, and I wonder, what's your perspective of digital health and mobile health in China, and how internet can play into the health field in the future? Thank you.
Charles is going to respond in Chinese and you translate.
Okay.
Because we
Thank you.
still have a delegation from Wuhan College, some of the leaders need the translation. Yeah, I will do. So, 这位同学呢是来自在哥伦比亚大学学习的中国留学生。那么他对这个微信的依赖度非常的高，甚至用上瘾这个词。包括微信这个软件非常的便利，可以帮他和家人、朋友，甚至整个世界来联系、获取信息。他本身的专业呢是营养教育学，所以呢他就想问一下，对于微信这种网络或者数字化的技术在教育领域里面的一个关系，会怎样的去处理？
好，谢谢。Okay, I will answer in Chinese. My mother language, that will be easy for me, and I will express properly. 我知道在哥伦比亚的这个中国留学生很多。那我想以往在留学生早期是通过 QQ 跟家里联系，现在 WeChat 更方便了，随时随地这就是移动时代的到来。我想 WeChat 是一个平台，它的最基本的就是一个信息的沟通。那么这个沟通的平台，它连接的网络是网状式的。
Okay, as I know that I've noticed that there are a lot of Chinese overseas students studying in Columbia University. Probably several years ago, you guys rely on QQ, another social networking application software to communicate with your friends and folks, family members back in China. And now you rely on WeChat. So this means that this is the era or time of digital mobile internet has come. So I would say WeChat is a platform that the basic need to meet, or the basic service we provide is for information exchange and communication.
在这个基本的平台上，功能的平台上呢，其实这里的人的每个人的兴趣和爱好和各种各样的这个需求是不一样的，产生的商业的需求乃至生活的需求都不一样的，因此它开放式的接入了各种的平台无论你的饮食住行还是你的生活都可以在里头。那么我想营养或者是无论是旅游还是等等，作为一个垂直领域的接入是其中的一个思考点。
So as a platform with the basic function of communication and exchange of information, so I would say that we have connected different groups of people who might share different types of hobbies, interests, and demands, which will lead to different commercial demands or even livelihood demands. Therefore, we use a very open format to provide such an access to different aspects of access. For example, including your traveling, your transportation, your daily life, your eating, even accommodation, and your study. So, such as if you want to go abroad traveling, you can also use this access. So as a platform service provider, we emphasize the various accessibility to different other applications.
还有一个呢，它承载的一个功能呢，它是一个社交媒体。因此，社交媒体它的属性就是它对好的东西或者是真正认可的东西呢，通过朋友的信任呢，是传递的是效率是非常高，而且是广播的。因此，关于这些领域的信息，通过社交媒体的传播，在 WeChat 上呢，也会起到非常好的效果。
Another function is social networking. This is also a great platform for social networking. Anything that you recognize and accredit as a good thing will be spread like a viral content, spreading speed. So this is also based on friends' trust, not like strangers' social networking. Therefore, we would say, based on this, a lot of the good and valid content and information will be spread at an extremely unexpected speed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Michelle. I study economics and history at Columbia University. And my question today is, so the technology sector is really driven by the for-profit companies, but applying it to the nonprofit sector requires more patience and time. So how do you encourage companies and like technology companies and the society in general to apply the highest technology in nonprofit sector? And I can translate real quick too. 我是哥大的谭修运学经济和历史学，然后我的问题是，就是科技行业一般都是这个就是非常快速发展的，需要盈利来驱动的。但是非盈利啊、教育之类的行业，往往需要更多的时间来去发展。然后可能更多情况下是这些最新的科技已经发展出来，在被应用到这样的教育领域，但又不能立刻看到效果。所以就是您觉得我们应该怎么鼓励更多的科技公司和社会上的人来把最新的科技应用到非盈利的领域？谢谢。
You are very clever. You use the double times. 的确是这样，就是说，互联网是解决什么问题？互联网是解决一个信息化的问题。所以，当信息化之后，你无论的商业行为，在这个交换和商品交换或者交易的过程中，它几个步骤里面，在互联网就可以很简单的完成了。所以信息化呢，对我们的生活各个领域呢，是可以很快产生的。但这种是属于简单的产业形态，在之前就可以看到很多模型在完成了。但是教育类似这种教育、医疗是属于复杂型的这个产业系统。
Okay, so you're very smart, and I cannot agree more with you that internet. The basic solution that internet has provided is informatization or digitalization. So through the conventional, very complicated commercial or trading behavior, the whole complicated process might be extremely simplified by using the function of information and digital technology. But this whole industry is a very simple industrial status. You can finish it in a very short period of time. But if we talk about education and public health or medical service, it is a totally different picture. It is a very complicated and complex system.
以教育为例，因为教育它涵盖的无论是师资教育系统，或者是各种匹配这么复杂度呢，在互联网呢，在某些情况下呢，可能不是互联网去碰教育，而是教育基于教育体系本身的运作，这个规律和它自己的 system 去靠 internet。那这时候 internet 呢，对他来说只是一些帮助，无论是哪些流程的快速，或者是把一些地方快捷，这种呢会极大的提高这个 system 的效率，这方面是可以思考的。
Okay, I would like to take education as an example. For example, if you want to have a very good education system, it is an extremely complex system to collaborate and to matchmaking the resources to facilitate the efficiency of this system. Internet technology or internet, we say, cannot go and transform change in the education system. But in a better phrase or in a better wording, I would say education system or the whole operation system relies on internet to speed up the efficiency transformation of this system. For example, to simplify the process or procedure to make it faster and more responsive and efficient.
但是如果从 internet 这个角度去打教育呢，或者是贯穿教育呢，目前来讲呢，只能说一些简单的可以实现，在目前这个阶段，比如说简单的培训一个英语课程啊， 简单的培训一个证书啊，这种单列的呢，很快响应，很快完结闭环的这种呢，我们是看到在中国是可以这种 case 是可以成功的，但是要对整个教育系统呢，现在还没有。但是我们相信，看到未来的趋势，科技的这个发展，它会洞穿这个 system 的时候呢，这个时代一定会来。
So the internet's impact toward on education, for the moment we could realize some simple circle or link of this whole industry has already realized the transformation. For example, English training, or simple skill training like English training, or certification course issuing. You could rely on internet technology to make this process more complete. While if you want to change the whole system, we are not ready yet for the moment. But I believe in the future, this trend is coming, and nobody could decline this trend.
这个洞穿，我讲一下例子就比较好理解了。就像我们以前讲这个 e-commerce， 或者是这个传统的商业，在10几年前，我们的逻辑是找销售、购买便宜一点、成本工厂，这个产业链是这样的，一直在这个产业链去思考。但是呢，电子商务的时代呢，它玩另外一种玩法了，就可以把它洞穿。所以我们现在传统的教育呢，就要思考，或者是迎接思考。当 Internet 来冲它的时候，可能逻辑就不是这么玩法了。但你说会这样吗？那商业已经是这样，这个会复杂，因为它是最复杂，但是这一天会来，但对人类的进步是有帮助的。
I will use another industry that is already happening, the changes have already happening to us to help you understand what I said. For example, the e-commerce, very popular nowadays. How did internet penetrating the traditional trading system in the past 10 or 15 years? The old business model was, everybody is trying to focus on this industrial chain, for example, sales, and lower the cost as much as possible to find the best source of the manufacturers. And now e-commerce came, the penetrating and breaking through of the whole system happened by using the technology provided by internet. So this might brings us to the possibility that we have to welcome this way of thinking, or we have to start thinking this way, that the impact of internet on education, conventional traditional education, might change the logic of the whole industry, of this field. And this day will come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Holly from Pi Magazine and also from Fordham University. So as we all know, that internet kind of promotes democracy and freedom of speech in a sense. And China right now is faced with the conflict of Western idea and Chinese traditional idea. Since there are lots of active users on WeChat, and I believe WeChat is a platform for exchange of information, ideas, and opinions. Would you shed some light on this phenomenon, both culturally and politically, like whatever angles you want to choose? Okay, so Chinese. 我是王一平，我来自英国的 Pi Magazine 和福特汉姆大学。然后我们现在都知道，这个互联网是推动民主甚至是言论自由的一个方式。然后现在在中国呢，我们也面对这个中国传统文化和西方的这些比较民主自由的观点的这个冲突。那既然在微信上面，现在我们有越来越多的活跃的这些用户，然后大家用微信都来交换一些大家的思想啊，自己的一些见解。那你对于这个情况有怎样的一个看法？谢谢。
我们可以看到，随着互联网到今天啊，其实我们要从客观的来讲，是逐年在进步。我们的交流，我们的这个信息的交流和透明度，以及交流思想的深度和厚度，这个逐年在增加。这样我们要看到这里的进步的意义。
After this, all these decades of a decade a year of development of internet in China, very objectively we have to realize or recognize the fact that year on year gradual progress have been appearing or achieved by China. For example, the internet is the major platform and the technology to provide platforms for information exchange and communication. The transparency of the information, the depth of communication is gradually improving and progressing. That's the fact we have to admit and acknowledge.
互联网带来的这个信息平权，它带来的意义就是驱动这个进步的意义。那么这个呢，就会让整个社会在各个运作中呢，信息得到了一个平等。在这个过程中，也会带来呢，会有一些传统的适应、社会的管制等等。哪怕是不同人的接受，都会有不同的挑战。
The information equity brought along by internet is actually the driving force for this kind of progress. In all aspects of social operation, information equality is provided and guaranteed by internet technology. So in this process, people might have different demands and different degrees of acceptance, different degrees of scoping to this new change, as well as even the governance, the module of management and administration will appear also.
在一个社会组织里，它是由很多个 party 组成的，包括政府、包括机构、包括不同的人与人之间。这个时候，它都有它的规则。在这个规则下，其实这个信息平权会推进整体进步的。不能从某一个角度来看，因此在这个推进的过程中，很明显有些地方很多是起码你要在法律的范畴内，或者推动法律的进步，或者是在这个前进中有波折，但总体都会寻求一个平衡点和整体的推动。在这个过程中，我们要看到这个客观的整体进步才是重要的，不能从某个单体来对抗某个单体。或者某个单体的角度看另外一个单体，这样都会陷于一种不是一个整体的一个思路这样呢就会产生很大的一个冲突。
A society involves of different parties, for example, government, institutions, and different kinds of groups of people, different people. So we already share some common rules and laws. So information equity will push forward, in general sense, the system operation. So in some aspects, for example, in the law system or legal and legislative system, you might see during this whole process, we witness the ups and downs brought along by internet technology. But you also need to see that we are very optimistic. Finally, someday, there will be a balancing point reached. So when we look at this issue or issues, we have to take the perspective of a more general stance instead of just to analyze or compare the singular dots. We have to have a full picture to have a better understanding and view.
因此呢，在这个大的背景下，我们要更加的包容和更加的开放，很多事情就让它发生。
So in such a big context, then I would say we have to be more inclusive and open to welcome the changes. And if things happen, we let it happen. During the process, we reflect and we learn and we progress.
Hi, Mr. Chen. My name is Frank Yu. I work for Deutsche Bank South Africa. And my question is, what incentives are there for institutions and for people to give to online charities and also to donate? In the US, we have tax incentives, but what exists in China, or what laws are there to sort of promote more incentivization for charities?
你好，陈总，我是来自于这个德意志银行非洲事业部，对吧？ Oh, he doesn't understand Chinese. I'm sorry. I take it for granted that everybody is bilingual. 所以您在刚刚你的演讲当中呢，说到了这个机构 几次的强调这个机构和不同的人。那我就在想，如果是在这个在线平台作为公益事业捐赠的这个过程当中，像在美国的话，我们有机构有个人来在线平台的捐赠，那捐赠中间也有很复杂的一套法律法规，比如说税怎么弄啊，运营怎么弄。那我很感兴趣的就是在中国的话，这些相关领域，包括法律法规啊，在公众慈善还有大家的这个捐赠的这个过程中间是怎样的一套系统，或者进行进一步的完善，来推动整个这个事业的发展。
一样，在整个过程中呢，过去10几年啊，相对于美国有这么长历史的这个公益的历史和慈善的历史呢，中国是这10几年民间的这个公益慈善得到了高速的发展，也推动了整体的一个法律的发展。因此呢，相关的法律法规出台了，啊，包括现在慈善法是国家最大法律，也进入一个草案阶段了。那么它的积累呢，和现在的一个体系呢，总体而言是完整的。现在是考虑怎么继续去推动的问题。那么像你刚才讲到的基本的概念，比如说在捐赠者这个税的发票这个公募的资质这些都会有。所以你每一个人捐赠的人，只要你都会在网上捐赠了，超过在方便上，有些人说我不要，有些超过一定数额说 OK， 那都会发票给大家，然后呢他可以去抵税，这个 governance 都是很完整的但我想说的是，它这套机制会趋于或者是各个国家这一套都会完善，但更重要的是中国的这个慈善的这个生态跟美国不同，它会在这个平台上会更大的焕发大家去，因为美国它的这个历史已经养成了它有传统的方式比如说晚会的晚宴或者是网上的小众筹这都很小的，但或者是直接用其他的东西。但是中国由于它整个体系原来的体系，比如说支付的不方便等等，现在网上的这个平台的召集和网上的支付都非常的频繁的情况下呢，它很容易产生大量的这个捐赠和发生行为和配对，这个会大量。现在唯一要做的，或者是我们要关注着重去做的，是让这个过程更加的透明化，和这个过程更加透明化，这个就会保障这么高速的发展能持续的往前走，这是我们很关注的一点。
Thank you, Charles, for the challenge.
Thank you. Thank you.
没有，还没完。我是说谢谢你挑战我，给了那么多。It's the same if we take a big picture, look at the whole process of charity and foundation development in China compared to USA. We have only experienced a little bit more than a decade of years. Therefore, while US has a very long history and tradition of charity, but in China, you see, for the moment, we are actually collecting the power from the community and the civilians. And we are experiencing a dramatically fast development to promote the balance and maturity of all the system involved. For example, in law and the legal system, China also has Chinese government is preparing its own charity law, which is already in the process of drafting, and it will be issued or launched soon. We have a complete system to promote the development of charity in China. So the basic concepts are mature and complete. We also have like the taxation system for donors. If you are donating certain amount of money out of your own will, then we also issue you the invoice, which can be a set of vehicle for your annual taxation in the future. But in China, you see, the very important thing is all the set of governance system and measures are complete. But in China, we definitely have more opportunity compared to USA. USA has experienced a long history. Everything is very mature. So you have the traditional, conventional event like donation ball or parties or even crowdfunding system. But China, we used to get stuck of the inconvenience of transaction and payment. But now, through the online paying and transaction platform, it is very easy and possible that China, we could easily match the donation and the donors and the beneficiaries and enlarge the impact. It's very scalable. The scalability is out of our expectation. So through this, for the moment, the charity business in China, our focus is to make this whole process more transparent. And in this process, we learn, while at the same time, we promote the charity and foundation business in China as a whole. Thank you.
So please join me in thanking Mr. Chen for a wonderful talk.